Before you install Battlefield 6, there are a few things that you should do. And hopefully you didn't pre-order. That's a whole nother ball of wax and controversies, but I held the line. First, we're going to check the system requirements, and you may actually not even need a PC hardware upgrade as the requirements are quite low, but it does say Windows 10. You want to get off of Windows 10 because that's no longer supported. As for the recommended PC system requirements, that's not bad at all when it comes to the GPUs, 6700 XT and a 3060 Ti, as well as an Intel Arc 580. That's pretty cool to see. Next, depending on the GPU you have, make sure that those GPU drivers are fully updated as well. NVIDIA has two different styles of drivers, the game-ready drivers and the studio drivers. This is my gaming PC, so I'm going with the game-ready driver. On my Threadripper system, Threadripper 9980X and an RTX 5090, I do use the studio drivers. The main difference is game-ready drivers are updated much more frequently. You'll notice Battlefield 6 featuring DLSS 4 with multi-frame generation, a lot of the most recent things, and it's not always as stable as the studio drivers. But the studio drivers may not be updated to Battlefield 6. In fact, as the game-ready driver is downloading, we can see here on the Threadripper system that studio drivers do not have an update for Battlefield 6 as expected. Not that I'll be playing Battlefield 6 on a $5,000 CPU, the Threadripper 9980X, but it can play it just fine. But back to the game-ready drivers, we are installing it on my small form factor build here, and this has an Intel Core Ultra 9 285K, 48 gigs of DDR5 RAM at 8,000 megatransfers and an RTX 5080 FE edition. And while that's installing, you can go ahead and check Task Manager to make sure that your memory is at the speed that you're supposed to have it at, 8,000 megatransfers. This is a common mistake. A lot of times people don't update this in the BIOS for XMP or their Expo setting. And speaking of motherboards, make sure you have updated your BIOS because you could be getting extra performance, features, security updates, and just general stability as well. On your desktop, right-click and go to Display Settings. This will pop up, and we want to go down to Advanced Display right here. Click on that. And in this section, it shows choose a refresh rate. We want to make sure it's at the highest one for your monitor. So whatever that is, click on that. You don't want to be playing Battlefield 6 at say 60 Hertz versus 144 Hertz because that is a vastly different experience for a fast-paced shooter game like that. So to recap, we're on the latest version of Windows 11. Remember, Windows 10 is no longer supported. We're on the latest NVIDIA, AMD, or Intel GPU drivers. Our RAM is at the optimal speed, and we actually have storage space as well, ideally on an NVMe or SATA SSD drive. Once all of that is done, you are ready for the chaos of Battlefield 6. And it's not a small game either. I hope this helps. Just hit the like and follow button for more tech tips just like this.